Hello everyone and welcome to the Smashi Business Show. Today is Tuesday, August 19, 2025 and I'm Abdul Majid Awan.
And I'm Ward Ahmed and we've got a packed show for you today. So first up, Norway's wealth fund is to divest from 6 firms linked to the West Bank and Gaza. And Al Saudia is in talks with SpaceX to bring Starlink Wi-Fi across its fleet. Google has lifted its Syria advertising ban, restoring access to digital platforms. And finally, the Sarwa founder comments as US-based Robinhood eyes the Dubai market.
And the very first story and the very important story today is Word's birthday, so happy birthday, Word.
Oh, thanks, Majid.
But yeah, apart from that, we shouldn't ask, I think, women's age. It's never cool, but Word is older now. Are you feeling wiser, maturer?
No, not really.
It's the same thing, right?
I'm not thinking of it like that. I'm really not. I just...
What's your feeling? What's the feeling inside?
I'm just grateful, to be honest with you.
Right.
I'm really grateful. I'm not somebody who usually takes things for granted. Yeah. Usually the way... Like, I remember even yesterday, like, I know for some people, like, this might be cringe for them, but... I was telling my family, I was like, guys, do not wait until 12 with me. The last thing I want to spend my day doing is praying.
Oh,
yeah, because
nice.
I'm just so thankful because you get another year in life.
Yeah.
Life it's short even though you don't realize it. So I'm just grateful. I'm content. I'm very content.
Very good philosophy from Word. So yeah, moving back to the business tech and world of all the money. Norway's $2 trillion sovereign wealth fund, the world's largest, announced it will divest 6 companies with ties to the West Bank and Gaza. Following an ethics review of its Israeli holdings, the fund said names and reasons. For the exclusions will be disclosed once the divestments are complete.
So the decision follows an urgent review earlier this month, triggered by reports the fund had stakes in an Israeli jet engine company, I believe it's called Bet Shemesh, servicing the country's armed forces. Now, the Ethics Council, which monitors guideline violations, will continue quarterly assessments of Israeli companies to ensure compliance with ethical investment standards.
In addition to the 6 planned divestments, the fund sold stakes in several other Israeli firms outside the review process. Last week, it decided to only hold companies included in its benchmarking list. These moves highlight growing scrutiny of its Israeli portfolio amid ethical concerns.
And as of August 14th, the fund held $19 billion $19 billion Norwegian crowns, so that's $1.86 billion across 38 Israeli listed firms, down 23 companies since June 30. Now, divestments will further reduce exposure. Contracts with 3 external asset managers, basically, they handle Israeli investments, have also been terminated, according to the fund.
And earlier in June this year, 2025, Norway's parliament rejected a full divestment proposal covering all companies operating in the occupied Palestinian territories. The fund's latest moves reflect ongoing balancing of financial performance and ethical responsibility as it navigates sensitive geopolitical issues in the region. In this case, the genocide in Gaza that is being carried out by Israel. That is why this is the biggest reason that right now they're moving away from Israeli companies. 6 now. We've reported on others as well, a total of 38. What basically the technical part of this is very simple, that the fund doesn't go directly and invests. It uses asset managers, biggest names like BlackRock, Blackwell, all these people. They use them, they give them the money and tell them to invest. They give them certain parameters, obviously, that don't invest in these companies, maybe invest in tech and not in retail and this and that.
Yeah.
So now they're doing that. It's a very good move.
To be honest with you, it is a great move. I think that, for the movement, for people who are currently protesting against the genocide that is ongoing in Palestine, this is a great achievement because of the fact that, this means that the world is waking up and they're moving ahead with things. But for me, Majid, I feel like, especially when you look at it from like a technical side, we're always discussing stocks and selling them off when things are high and, you can earn a lot. And they've honestly sold their stakes at absolutely the most perfect time because Israel this genocide has been going on since October 7. So for 2 years, if anything,
Yeah.
the value of their stakes increased, especially in a company like Bet Shemesh.
Yeah.
It has obviously increased because, the more that they
Yeah.
rage on this genocide, the more military equipment that they're using. So they've sold out at the perfect moment. They've probably made a lot of money out of it, and they get to be heroes. And I don't say I specifically mentioned this is an achievement for some, but I don't see how great this is, because in the end of the day, they benefited.
Yeah.
They benefit. It's not to undermine how great progress this is, but it's to say that they benefited. But I think my point with this entire thing is why, like, I am honestly such a supporter of the state being involved with controlling the assets of a country. I really am. I know that some people may not agree with this, but I think that the state should be...
Specifically Robert Kiyosaki, because what you're saying is socialism.
I
State
know.
controls all the
I know.
assets.
Look. I'm not saying that the state should control
Yeah.
everything, because right now there's a really famous host, and I think they froze her assets. She's a really funny host. She's not Oprah Winfrey, but Wendy Williams. She got all her assets frozen. I don't know how. I think they deemed her crazy or something, but that's not the point here. Point is, I do support the state being involved. And I'll show you how. For example, if you take a look at Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
I love how Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, they're nearing Norway's wealth fund.
Yeah.
Norway right now, it has the world's largest wealth fund at $2 trillion. PIF has just crossed over $1 trillion. So they're going to get there, but they're in the top 5 in the world. But point is, with PIF, they own more than 50% of the MBC.
Oh, yeah.
The MBC, it was founded by Al-Walid Al-Ibrahimi. So they took more than 50% of that. And then you have Kingdom Holding. That was founded by Prince Al-Walid bin Talal. They took more than 15% of that. So then what happens here? These two companies, these two conglomerates that play a really important role in the Middle East, there is almost a kind of jurisdiction over them.
Yeah.
They have eyes over them.
Yeah.
You cannot just invest in whatever you want. You cannot do whatever you want. Your interests have to be with the people.
Yeah.
Because I know that some people may argue that the state is not with the people, but it kind of is. Because in the end of the day, the state will not want stability for one person, but in fact, the whole country. And we also see it in the UAE. We see it in the way that the royalty really buy into everything. We saw it with Lulu Hypermarket. The royal was not named, but according to Bloomberg, an Abu Dhabi royal purchased 20% of Lulu Hypermarket that belongs to Yusuf Ali. And I believe it was for $1 billion. Back then, to be honest with you, that number is actually not that big if you think about how much Lulu Hypermarket is worth. And we also saw it in Azadiya Group.
Oh, yes.
That's run by Al Daher family, the Lebanese Al Daher family. Again, Dubai Holding has supposedly purchased a minor stake in them. Now, yes, even if these stakes are minor, they may not give you full control over the company, but they give you a voice, they give jurisdiction, and they give eyes.
Yeah.
I think that we need those eyes. Those eyes are so necessary, and I love that, Norway's prime minister almost pushed this move. He was very much. I don't know if it's because they have elections soon and he needs to win, but in the end of the day, I think that it is so necessary for the state to have eyes on things. No one should be able to get away with things.
Control through investment is a good thing. All the examples that you gave is control
Because
through
it's
investment.
fair and square.
Yeah,
It's fair and square.
You've invested and you have a say now in the company. But yeah, obviously the other part, the other way that it works, control through control and political control, like, I am the government, I can do whatever I want. That has a problem across the world. People don't like
You don't agree
socialism.
with it?
No, I agree with, I have a very weird philosophy and economics policy. I don't believe in socialism or capitalism. There's something else. Long story. But again, the main idea is that no system in its entirety works for the whole globe. That's the good thing. America, for some time, for a lot of years actually, I think 1991, when the Soviet Union broke, since then, they have been running on capitalistic model framework. They were doing good now. It's obviously they've found out that it's not a long-term plan. A lot of countries in the world have moved on socialism as a financial theory. I'm not talking about the religious aspect of it, because people call socialism a religious theory as well. It's not. It's a financial theory, Karl Marx. But again, all the systems don't work universally. So
Yeah.
what is working in Norway with their prime minister getting involved in Norges Bank, the biggest $2 trillion fund in the world, it can work there. Some places it may not work. But you gave a very good example of Saudi Arabia. Their control through investment is the best idea. Because now you're putting money and then you're saying that, okay, we have a stake in it, and now whatever decisions you'll take, we have a say in it. So that is the best form of control, I believe. Give me the money. If I have a startup, give me the money, invest in me, and then tell me to do what. Otherwise, just don't sit outside and like push your political power over me and this and that.
But at the same time, like I do want to mention to some of you, I'm not sure if everyone is aware of this, but if you founded a company and you've done great with the company, in the end of the day, you know, you should remember to not so easily give away more than 50% of the company. Because the second that you give away, you know, 50%, what ends up happening is the other person's decisions by right, by law, can overpower yours.
Yeah.
And you have no choice in it. You can do absolutely nothing about it because they hold more shares. It's just, you know, you need to be careful with that, Mark.
Yeah. And talking about that, Saudi Arabia, we were just talking about it, and Saudi Arabia's national airline, Saudia, is in advanced Al Saudia is in advanced discussions with SpaceX to equip its 140 plus aircraft with Starlink in-flight internet. The move aims to boost connectivity for passengers and comes as Gulf carriers increasingly explore high-speed Wi-Fi solutions.
I was confused too, Majid. So I went and searched it up in Arabic, and I'm like, okay, now that makes sense.
Their official flag carrier, basically. So yeah, Saudia, but yeah, Al Saudia is the full official name.
So rival airlines, including Emirates, Fly Dubai, and Gulf Air, are also evaluating Starlink or competing satellite internet services. While talks are progressing, no final agreements have been reached, and deals could still change depending on technical, financial, and regulatory considerations.
And a partnership with Al Saudia would provide Starlink a significant foothold in the Gulf's largest economy, positioning it as a competitor to established in-flight internet providers such as Viasat. For Saudi Arabia, enhancing onboard connectivity aligns with its economic diversification strategy, supporting tourism, aviation, and passenger experience initiatives.
If finalized, installing Starlink would involve upfront hardware costs of $300,000 to $500,000 per aircraft, plus monthly subscriptions. Al Saudia is already modernizing its fleet and in-flight services, while Starlink is seeking regulatory approval to operate with carriers like Emirates and Fly Dubai, where the service is currently restricted.
The potential rollout reflects a broader push across the Gulf for reliable, high-speed in-flight connectivity. Airlines in the region are racing to meet rising passenger expectations for seamless internet access, while SpaceX aims to expand Starlink's commercial footprint in international aviation markets.
I know that Qatar Airways, they've already rolled out Starlink.
I think by 2027, nearly all of the giant planes, the biggest ones, I think they're Airbuses, all of them will have Starlink internet. And I don't know if it'll be free, it'll be paid. That we'll come to find out. I think right now, if you're using it, it's free. Because obviously, they're using it as a USP. Oh, our airplanes have better internet than yours. But I remember Emirates president, Emirates CEO, president is an Emirati. Emirates CEO, he was talking to, remember, the British journalist who came and...
the interview, Morgan?
Piers Morgan came, he had a very interesting interview, but in that there was like a boring thing which I didn't add, but it was, he asked him like, what are you doing about the internet on Emirates? And he was like, I think Starlink is a good option, but he mentioned something which I wasn't aware of, that Amazon, Jeff Bezos is also creating a satellite internet service, kind of like how Elon Musk has Starlink. So he's like, we're looking at options. The very interesting thing, and comes from an industry veteran, I think he's been with Emirates for over 2 decades now. He says, soon enough, in a 2 or 3 year period, you'll see that every plane will have a good internet, like a good internet which will help you stream, not only send text-based voice, WhatsApp messages. My wife, whenever she travels, she's talking to me on text-based. She can't send an emoji, she can't send a picture. So text-based right now is working. but you need streaming eventually. You can watch movie, you can do a video
I
call
think
with your
I think being able
loved
to
ones.
download stuff on Netflix like just really saved us.
Yeah.
Like that is it's so
Yeah.
good.
But soon you won't have to. The internet will be
That's
so good.
interesting, Majid. I didn't know that Amazon was doing that. And
I
I
was like,
think
okay.
I think that, by the way, Emirates Airlines are playing it safe. And I'll tell you why they have not like enrolled any of this like, Starlink. I was going to say something else. But anyways, the reason why I think they have not gotten Starlink yet is because the reason why Emirates Airlines in general stands out is because of the fact that it's made for luxury.
Yeah.
They like to practice rarity, having things other airlines don't have, And we saw it with how, Wizz Air just very recently,
Yeah.
they suspended their flights here. And, a lot of critics brought up the really good point of Wizz Air cannot stay in an area like the UAE, Abu Dhabi, because of the fact that this is a very luxurious group of people that you're trying to attend to. They want the highest service of class. And Emirates Airlines, it's already seeing everyone's taking up Starlink. Why would it take up Starlink?
Yeah.
I feel like they want to have something that kind of
Exclusive.
exactly that
Right.
word. They want to add to that exclusivity, to having that like privilege, high class. So I think they're just like weighing their cards right now.
Yeah.
And they're going to choose something that nobody else
The only
has
good
chosen.
thing is Starlink right now has, again, the first mover advantage. They were here first. They were in Palestine. Remember Gaza? They were providing internet for all the mobile ambulances and all the services. Great move. He's in Jordan now, Oman. He's been
Elon Musk?
Yeah, Starlink is now in, I think, 3 at
Oh,
least
sorry.
countries.
I thought you meant the man
No,
himself
no,
is
not the
there.
man himself. They're planning Lebanon next. I think we did a story 2-3 months back where he said that he wants Starlink to go to Lebanon, and the prime minister was like, yeah,
They're
you're
also in
most
Yemen.
welcome. Yeah, so they're in a lot of places in the Middle East now. The Saudi also, they are in the travel industry, but in cargo shipping and planes where cargo is shipped.
Yeah.
So they are providing Starlink internet there. The only thing now remaining is coming to normal people. UAE, we did a story over the weekend. UAE is trying to make way in regulatory approvals where Starlink can be implemented here. So most probably soon you'll have an internet service from Starlink. Not soon, but by 2026. Next year is going to be a lot of surprises. There's so many announcements and things that are going to happen. So soon enough, I think the idea with Starlink, the best thing that I've seen with Starlink, however much I've read it, I haven't used it still. But the best thing about it is that it's his whole 350 plus satellite network. He doesn't need anyone else. It's completely individually owned by Elon Musk and SpaceX.
But why is it so special? And when I say so special,
It's
I mean
satellite based. There is no wires involved.
right.
So it's like, I'll give you a very simple example. You use your data on the phone. If you send a WhatsApp message, it goes from one tower near you to another tower to another, and it hops on a physical infrastructure and then reaches the other person. Takes microseconds because you send a WhatsApp message, it's already there. But here, just think of it as sending a message, goes directly to the satellite, and the other person is maybe on the other side of the globe. That satellite will catch the signal and throw it back to him. So it's satellite based. It doesn't depend on the physical infrastructure on the ground. So it's very cool idea. He has done it. A lot of people are doing it now on smaller scale. Starlink is on the big scale, but that Amazon thing, we'll find the name and we'll try to do a story if it has
It's so
some
crazy,
angle.
Majid, how
Yeah.
much like things are changing. Like now we're gonna get internet from satellites. Now you have, Taylor Swift announcing her album on podcasts. Like, no, honestly,
is
like
moving on.
everything is just like changing. It's changing so much. And in another really great change that's coming up, Google has removed Syria from its sanctions list effective August 2025. So this month, the move reopens advertising services, including Google Ads, Ad Exchange, and Ad Manager, allowing Syrian businesses and publishers to run campaigns for the first time since restrictions expanded in 2011.
So 14 years it took them to take this decision, and the policy change affects roughly 22 million Syrians, integrating the country into Google's global geographic targeting system, Syrian IPs can now be targeted and publishers can create and manage accounts, offering a boost to digital marketing opportunities despite ongoing infrastructure and economic challenges.
This development is significant for local and international advertisers seeking to engage the Syrian market. Now, mobile adoption and rising digital connectivity make the market increasingly viable. The policy shift also highlights Google's ongoing balance between compliance with international sanctions and adapting services to evolving geopolitical frameworks. But really, like, they're American. You know, that's why.
And Syrian advertisers will need to complete Google's account restoration processes, providing business registration documents and verifying compliance with updated terms. Obviously, 14 years, the world has changed, Google Ads has changed. And campaign managers must adjust geographic targeting and exclusion settings, ensuring campaigns meet global standards, taking advantage of the newly reopened market.
And so analysts are expecting that this move may encourage other tech companies to reconsider sanction-related restrictions and expand digital services in Syria. So as the country slowly reconnects to global digital platforms, the development signals potential growth in e-commerce, marketing, and online engagement across the region.
Yeah.
I think when I took a look at the story, Majid, like, it really does make you deep how bad the sanctions were.
Yeah.
I feel like, for me personally, I don't know about everyone else, when I think of sanctions, I'm like, damn it, like, we don't have McDonald's, we don't have Pizza Hut, we don't, like, I think of those things because that's what everyone loves to eat. I know that people are boycotting it right now, but for me,
a digital marketing campaign.
I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the fact that, you know, they're even sanctioned from Google Ads.
Yeah.
Like, how deep and how far this goes is just honestly beyond me. And, you know, it's even like more hilarious. It's funny that, you know, just as Syria, you know, they're getting Google Ads back, they're, you know, soon we're going to be seeing a lot of Syrian, more influencers rising, more companies doing more campaigns. Are you seeing what's happening with that influencer family? Basically, there's this really famous influencer. Her name is Noreen Beauty.
Oh.
Have you heard of her?
No, I've heard the name. I haven't seen the account.
She has like 16 million followers on Instagram. Her and her sisters, they all call themselves Beauty. So there's Noreen Beauty, Shireen Beauty,
Nice.
and you also have Cedra. And
Huda
she calls
Beauty.
herself, yeah, no, literally. And then you have Cedra Beauty. No, but they're pretty big, Majid. And the reason
Like,
why...
Does the name come from Huda Beauty thing,
I have
or
no,
is it like
see, the
something
thing is,
that they did?
I think that because, like, even the Iraqi influencer Noor Stars, like, I heard her sister also has like the same thing, like Benin Stars. I think it's just a sister thing, but Noreen is very, like, she's a really famous Syrian influencer, and the reason why she's big is because of the fact that in the Arab world, she was one of the first influencers to come out of it and actually be really big.
Nice.
Like, one of the first people to actually get into YouTube, and that's why her audience is so big, because she was one of the first, you know, to kind of give that opening to other people. They're getting canceled right now. Yeah.
For?
There's like an entire campaign of like unfollow them, unfollow the Beauty family. No, seriously,
Like,
the comment section
did they
is...
say something? Did they do
they're-
something?
Their brother posted this video about how, like, you know, while you're all hating on me, like, I'm sitting here looking at the view of Burj Khalifa or something. I don't know. He posted something like that. It's kind of like a cancel Dubai influencers campaign, because they all live here. They all live here. And Majid, it's like, oh my God, the comment section, they're like, you guys don't speak up about genocide. You guys don't speak up about this. But it's just generally about the entire, and you speak in a really annoying baby voice, and it's like out of nowhere. And I think it's even more hilarious because Love in Dubai, we just saw how they did like a entire, what is it called? The winners of like best couple was Shireen Beauty and Aussie. So it's just the way that this is all coming together is just, it's really making me laugh. It's really making me laugh. And I almost feel bad for the family, because it's like, this is their business. This is literally their life, especially for they just actually did a campaign for Saudi. It's with this hotel. I need to remember where it was, but the sisters, they all went to Saudi Arabia, and they went to this really beautiful hotel resort, Majid. It quite literally looks better than the Maldives. It looks really beautiful. It has these like man huts.
Nice.
I need to remember the name. I need to open it. I'm opening it, guys. I'm reaching. Yes, it's called Visit. It's for something called visitsaudi.ar. They did it for Red Sea. Yeah, that's where the resort is. I'm pretty sure you know the name of it. You know those huts? It's the red. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did a campaign there. So for them, like this entire influencing thing, it's quite literally it's their income. It's everything for them. So the fact that right now, like, they just might face the fact of being canceled. Like, do you think being canceled affects your income?
Obviously.
I've seen
Brands
social.
don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I've seen social media influencers go back to being like having full-time jobs.
Yeah, obviously. Cancellation is a very big thing in your generation, and thankfully in our generation there was nothing like this.
It's because there was no social media.
Yeah, and even
no
the
one can catch
influencers,
that
like,
tweet you said.
I think it was everyone just followed them because there were so less of them. So even if they said something, remember one of our interns, she did a whole presentation. We have this thing where interns come in and when they're leaving, they do an ingenuity presentation, learnings from other businesses. Someone did it on PewDiePie. And PewDiePie is one of the most controversial YouTubers when he started. Now he's a very family man. You'll go to PewDiePie channel, you'll see all family, kid, family life, this and that.
Yeah.
He was the most controversial person. But again, he had such a loyal following and no one cancelled him because, again, it was like a market where there were only 4 or 5 players at that time. So people didn't have other options. Now people have other options. So if they don't
So
have this,
many
they'll go to
options.
others. So yeah, when there is a lot of options, it's the basic, I think, finance business thing. You have 4 banks. If you have a lot of options, if you don't like one services, you'll go to the other one. And that brings us to the next story. Thank you, Majid. Very nice segue. Last story of the day is very interesting. So Mark Chavan, co-founder and group CEO of Dubai-based Sarwa, which is a trading app, addressed news that US trading platform Robinhood has applied for a Category 4 license to operate in Dubai. He emphasized Sarwa's commitment to the MENA region, stating Sarwa isn't a side bet on MENA. This is home.
So Chahwan highlighted the firm's strategic advantage, saying our edge isn't splashy billboards. He's saying that, but just a while ago, he talked about how they paid a lot of money to get billboards, and even though they didn't get a lot of return from it, it just made him happy because it marked a milestone. Interesting, but he said its focus, profitability, and real wealth building is he stressed that's really what makes Sarwa's approach amazing. They prioritize long-term growth and sustainability over hype, positioning the company differently from international entrants seeking quick market penetration.
And reflecting on past industry failures, Chavan referenced FTX. If you don't know about FTX, you have to go and Google it. It was one of the biggest scams, one of the biggest stories when it happened. They lost control of risk and economics. They killed themselves. That is what he wrote. He suggested that lessons from previous missteps in crypto and trading markets underscore the importance of disciplined risk management and operational stability.
So on competition, Chahwan downplayed concerns over Robinhood's expansion, stating, so when a global player expands to MENA, I don't see competition in the usual sense. He emphasized that local and regional players with first mover advantages remain well positioned to capture significant market share.
And lastly, Robinhood's entry into Dubai will challenge existing players. It's one of the things that everyone is looking at, but Sarwa's leadership and especially Mark Chavan, one of the co-founders, there's 3. I think the second one is a woman, Nadine, and the third guy we always forget, I don't know. We will remember his name soon, brother. Sarwa's leadership believes focus, profitability. Yeah, we always see Nadine and him, right?
We honestly, we try our best.
It's your problem. You should be more active on LinkedIn, I think. They're more active than you. That is why we remember their name. But he basically says that they have a deep market understanding because they originated from here, they started from here, they're working here. And that provides them a durable edge. I think knowing the home market is always an advantage. It's like, I think any sport, the home advantage where your crowd is chanting for you, it's kind of like a good thing.
And I know it's like a simple concept, but like, to be honest with you, Majid, I've always been one of those people. If I'm using something and then something else new comes, I'm so lazy about it. I'm so lazy about it. Like, I'm not in the mood to go into another app, put my name in, put my number in, put my passport in, like, it's a
It's a
process.
process, yeah.
It's a process. So it's like when you're already comfortable, like, humans are creatures of habit where, you know, we love comfort. So I think that, honestly, I'm not too concerned about Robinhood. I really am not.
I'll give you one example, which I think is making us more lazy. It's an observation from myself. In Pakistan, if you're opening, I'm giving you an example of Pakistan, but I'm talking about Asia generally,
Yes.
or the underdeveloped world. I don't call it third world. It's a very bad derogatory term, but underdeveloped countries. Everything that you do, you have to fill like 10 forms, you have to write your name and address and age and
So annoying,
I sleep at
isn't
this
it?
time and I wake up at this time and I eat this food. You have to fill so much information. The best thing that I found in UAE, to be honest, it made my life, lazy people life, very easy. You just need to have your Emirates ID in your hand, sometimes maybe passport. The KYC process, which is know your customer process, every app, everything is this. Literally, you just download UAE Pass, just set up your profile there. Once you upload your password, Emirates ID, that's it.
Oh,
It's
I
done.
love UAE Pass.
Right? Everything in UAE works through UAE Pass. You don't have to go through the process of entering the password from the email, from the phone number, from asking your grandma to give you there is no complication. You just open the app, it will give you two options.
Yeah.
Email, UAE Pass. You click on UAE Pass opens, done.
Here's my Emirates ID.
Yeah, right. It's simpler, but I think it can be improved. Obviously, this process is also like
Yeah.
who will take out the Emirates ID and scan it and take a picture, but it will eventually improve. And that is why whenever we talk about UAE, we're so excited because they don't think on the lines of this is working, let it be. They think on the lines of this is working, 5-step procedure, remove 1 step. Every year, every month, every...
That's a good way to put
they
it.
just keep removing 1 step from it. So it's a very nice philosophy that UAE follows. Yeah.
It is, and if you want to hear about nicer philosophies, make sure to tune in. That's a wrap for today, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into the Smashi Business Show. Make sure to follow us across all social media channels at Smashi Business and stay ahead with our daily newsletter. You'll find the subscription link in the description.
This has been a Smashi Business Show, a Smashi Business production, part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. A big shout out to our 2.5 million monthly listeners. But more importantly, I have a very important announcement today for our sister brand, Love in Dubai. The Love in Dubai Community Awards are finally online for you to vote on. You can go to the website lovin.co/lovins, or you can just go to the Love in Dubai page. You'll find the link in the what's that? Bio? You'll find the link in the bio. Yeah, in the description. You can find the link on our Love in brand page. Go vote for your favorite people. I think we have very interesting communities, and one of the category is business, guys. The category is called Love in Business Visionary Awards. There's very interesting people there. Go vote for your favorite business visionary. And apart from that, we have a lot of Love in Awards, Love in Spirit, Community Champion, Charitable Act of the Year, Rising Star, Pillar of Culture, Feet Favorite, Made in Dubai. Made in Dubai, obviously, Fix is there. You would have guessed it by now. But Talk of the Town Restaurant and Dubai Good. We have a total of 10 categories. Vote and tell us who you want them to win. It has a very nice mix. You saw the category, people?
No.
There's that.
I did not, actually.
Remember, if you follow Love in the Way more than I do, you would know. What's her name? The delivery driver, the lady, the Noon one. She's very interesting. Whenever there's a Love in the Way post on it, I like her. She's a delivery driver for Noon, a female one.
Oh.
Yeah, and she is in that. There's a lot of community people who run a lot of important things in Dubai, who do a lot of important things. They don't ask for money. They don't ask for anything. They do it for the community. So yeah, the Love in Dubai Community Awards, go find them, vote for your favorite people, and soon we'll announce the dates and everything about it. So
Have a good day.
Make them win. Bye-bye.